This is the Turf Zone Podcast, your central information and news hub, bringing together professionals from turf associations across multiple states to share things to help you and your business. Brought to you in partnership with our friends at the Mississippi Turfgrass Association. Now, let's get in the zone.
Welcome to the Turf Zone. In this episode, we feature an article titled, Searching for the Right Grass on the Delta's Edge Solar Farm, written by Barry Stewart, William Stark, and Jay McCurdy. It all started with a challenge from Cubico Sustainable Investments. Cubico is a global renewable energy infrastructure company owning and operating large-scale solar farms. As part of its corporate responsibility program, Cubico created a competition for MSU College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, CALS, students to design potential agrivoltaic solutions to control vegetation on solar farms with diverse landscapes. William Stark, then a senior golf and sports turf management major at MSU, led a team of students from Dr. Jay McCurdy's turf weed management class in authoring a research proposal that was funded by Cubico. William is now working on this project as part of his master's degree under the direction of Dr. Barry Stewart. The research will be conducted at the Delta's Edge Solar Project located in Carroll County near Greenwood, Mississippi. When completed, the Delta's Edge site will have a capacity of 100 megawatts and be the largest solar installation in Mississippi. According to the publication NS Energy, the site will generate enough clean electricity to power 16,400 homes annually. The 652-acre site will be home to approximately 280,000 solar panels. The focus of the research project will be to select the best grass or mixture of grasses to revegetate the area under the solar panels. This presents a challenge as the solar panels will produce shade and may also alter how rainfall reaches the ground. However, the site is not totally covered with solar panels, and this is about an 8-foot gap between the rows of solar panels. The panels pivot on their stanchions to allow them to follow the sun during the day, so the grasses used must be able to thrive in full sun and in shade. This is why a mixture of grass species may be superior to a monoculture. The site is next to the Yalabusho River levee, so the grasses must also be tolerant of wet conditions, parts of the year, and dry conditions in other parts. For Cubico's interest, the grasses should be low maintenance, as it will be difficult to mow under the panels, and maintenance operations have the potential to damage the panels. The likely mowing height for the site may be about 6 inches. Grasses that have high fertility requirements also usually have high mowing requirements and may not be well suited for this site. Some of the grasses being evaluated at Delta's Edge and our rationale for using them. Common carpet grass. Carpet grass is a slow-growing, medium green, and sometimes greenish yellow, coarsely textured turf grass that is adapted to low-maintenance, general-purpose turf. It prefers full sun to moderate shade and performs well in wet, sandy, acidic soils where other grasses may not. Carpet grass looks similar to centipede grass except that it produces a crabgrass-like seed head, and centipede grass has hairs along the edges of the leaves. When I first came to MSU and Dr. Goatley took me out to show me the carpet grass, I thought, man, with a name like carpet grass, this must be one of the best grasses out there. Then I was told it was a weedy grass at best and often something you wanted to get rid of. Through the years, carpet grass came up here and there. One year at the golf course show Turf Bowl, the centipede grass samples were actually carpet grass. This was caught before it was used in the contest. Dr. Greg Munshaw and Wayne Philly once presented a project to do carpet grass breeding work to have a low-growing native grass for highway right-of-way. A few years later, many homeowners found out that much of the centipede grass lawns were actually carpet grass, when the Scouts Company changed the active ingredient in Bonus S fertilizer from simazine to metsulfuron. I have encountered some strands of carpet grass that were well kept and quite attractive. It is a niche grass that often thrives in moderately well drained and wet, acidic environments. There are the conditions we have at the Delta's Edge site. Why carpet grass at Delta's Edge? Seed is inexpensive. It's $8 per pound, pure live seed, PLS, pure live seed, and is readily available. It's a native grass and it is adapted to the conditions at this site. It has low fertility and maintenance requirements. Other than seed head control, carpet grass has a low mowing requirement, and at the desired height of cut for this site, even the seed heads may not be an issue. Carpet grass establishes rapidly with a germination time of 4 to 7 days. We are testing carpet grass alone, in a mixture with tall fescue, and in a mixture with centipede grass. Centipede grass is often called a poor man's grass due to its low mowing and fertility requirements. But if one considers the price of centipede grass seed, $30 per pound, it is probably more of a lazy man's grass. Centipede grass is a slow-growing, coarse-textured, warm-season turf that is adapted for use in low-maintenance situations. It also has a light green color and spreads by stolons. One drawback to centipede grass is slow establishment. An old saying about centipede grass is first it sleeps, germination time of 21 days or more, then it creeps, slow growth in the first year, then it leaps, more rapid fill in the second year. Why centipede grass at Delta's Edge? Seed is available, albeit expensive. Once established, centipede grass has good turf quality for a low-maintenance turf grass. We are using centipede grass in a mixture with carpet grass. Mixtures like these were once sold as centi seed, in which carpet grass was used as a nurse grass for centipede grass, and then the carpet grass was outcompeted by the centipede grass or removed with herbicides. Turf type, tall fescue. Each semester in PSS 1313 lab, we take the students to the RR Foil Plant Science Research Center, North Farm, to look at turf grasses. One stop is always the NTEP tall fescue test. Turf-type tall fescue is one of the best examples of the impacts of plant breeding that we have. Kentucky 31 is included as a standard in this test and represents a starting point. Although not a turf-type tall fescue, K31 was a pasture cultivar that was mowed closely and was used as turf. Through the work of plant breeders, we now have dark green cultivars that are much finer in texture and have high turf quality. In a project we did with Mississippi Department of Transportation about 10 years ago, we found that turf-type tall fescue did very well on roadsides, and if the mowing height was 6 inches or above, it would not be touched by a mower until the flowering stage in the spring. Our NTEP tall fescue test on the North Farm is in full sunlight, and it does very well each year. In most of Mississippi, tall fescue is used as a shade grass, but our experience with the NTEP test suggests that modern turf-type tall fescue cultivars can thrive in the North Mississippi climate with minimal inputs. Why tall fescue at Delta's Edge? Seed is readily available and inexpensive, $4 per pound PLS. It establishes well from seed. It is somewhat shade tolerant. It has moderate fertility requirements and is otherwise low maintenance. It is proven to do well in Mississippi's Highway 82 corridor. We are using turf-type tall fescue alone in mixture with carpet grass and in mixture with fine fescues to enhance shade tolerance. Seeded turf-type Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass is the standard for low-maintenance areas in Mississippi. It has some drawbacks that may limit its effectiveness at Delta's Edge. It is a full sun grass, so it may struggle with the shade of the solar panels. It has a relatively high fertility requirement to remain competitive. Without these inputs, its turf quality will suffer. It will be light green, prone to weed invasion, and may have decreased winter hardiness. Seed is moderately expensive for high-quality cultivars, but it is readily available. Buffalo grass. Establishment of buffalo grass on MSU's North Farm was once a struggle, but the seeded cultivar Cody and more knowledge has changed that. Cody was included in the 2 NTEP tests, and it has thrived to the point of expanding well beyond its plot boundaries. What have we learned? Buffalo grass thrives in moderate to heavy textured soils and on low fertility, no more than 2 pounds nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per year. One drawback to buffalo grass is poor shade tolerance, but research at a similar site in Texas suggests that buffalo grass works well for solar farms. In summary, our 2-year experiment at Delta's Edge will give us insights into how these grasses and mixtures perform in this environment. Our goal is to be able to make evidence-based recommendations for this and other solar installations in Mississippi and the larger Southeast. The next step will be to incorporate flowering forbs to provide pollinator habitat. For all resources associated with this article, check out our show notes. Don't miss an episode. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also visit us at theturfzone.com.
You've been listening to The Turf Zone. For more episodes of The Turf Zone, visit theturfzone.com and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app.